The NBA free agent frenzy is heating up. I'm Melanie Collins, joined on the phone by Yahoo Sports' Greg Anthony. Greg, Dwight Howard remains one of the most sought-after free agents on the market this offseason. Which team will be the best fit?
Well, it's tough to say which is the best because of the teams that are all really trying to get him in free agency. They all are unfinished products. If you look at his present team, the LA Lakers, they have as many question marks on that roster as anybody, starting with their franchise player, Kobe Bryant, with the Achilles injury, trying to revamp that roster to surround the type of personnel around him that will make him, and them more effective. And from a coaching standpoint, philosophically, Mike D'Antoni's going to have to make some adjustments as well. So they got a lot of concerns there. Houston, they got the young budding superstar in James Harden, the Hall of Fame big coach in Kevin McHale. And listen, there's a lot of talk about the intrigue and the impact that China will have moving forward for Dwight Howard. So while that's all appealing, that's still an unproven commodity there in terms of having a team that could actually contend for a championship. And then you have Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, a former MVP, is there. Mark Cuban's got a boatload of money, but they have a depleted roster as well. And so those three teams being the ones that I think have the best shot. I know that Golden State and Atlanta are trying to, work themselves into the mix as well, but I think it comes down to those three. And if I were a betting man, which I'm not, I would say that it's pretty much a toss-up, believe it or not, between the Lakers and Houston right now. And I can guarantee you the folks in L.A. are extremely nervous at the prospect of losing Dwight Howard.
Well, Greg, switching gears a little bit, Chris Paul has agreed in principle to stay with the Clippers. What does that do for this team, and do you think they'll go after another big name?
Well, listen, it does a lot. The guy you made the big push a little over a season ago to bring is now going to sign on the dotted line, and it gives you not only one of the best point guards, if not the best point guard in the NBA, but the cornerstones with he and Blake Griffin of the franchise, and you have a terrific coach in Doc Rivers on board. So they have the makings for a contender, but there's still a lot of tweaking to be determined with their roster. They're still going to have to just try to make some other moves. Chauncey Rose, free Matt Barnes, those guys probably won't be back, and then you got to factor in what happens with Eric Bledsoe in terms of trying to revamp that roster. So right now, there's still a lot of happiness in L.A. from the Clippers standpoint because they've gotten Chris Paul there, and they've also gotten their coach, let's face it, and Doc Rivers moving forward. But a lot yet to be determined. That Western Conference is just now starting to heat up. There's going to be a lot of movement this free agent market. The big domino, as we talked about, being Dwight Howard. Once that one falls, it is going to be a frenzy in terms of teams with a lot of cap money moving forward and now trying to fill some roster spots.
All right, Greg, thanks so much. This is Yahoo Sports.